pick up in front, jumping the last. It was a good jump from a horse with no name. Then Nurse Susan. Grandgy still running on in the white jacket. Love Envoi kicking a length and a half, 2 lengths clear. And this smashing mare of Harry Fry's Johnny Burke for the Noel Feely Syndicate. Love Envoi wins from his...
The near side, Lagonda is in fourth. Fortuna Ligna, followed by Philippa Sue. Over on the far side, Energy One, and from a long way back is Ruby Island. They've jumped the final flight of hurdles, and now a long run in. I Love the Nightlife has claimed the near side rail and goes on with a furlong to go. I Love the Nightlife and Brendan Powell lead, now giving chase. Blue Beach into second. Great Snow is still there. They're clear of Fortuna Ligna and then Lagonda. They're racing inside the final 100 yards. I Love the Nightlife is out in front, and I Love the Nightlife wins. In second came Blue Beach, and it was close for...
In the wholesale gamble on Annie Magic, looked confident as well, who's got a great chance. Fourth for Mo Vidi, and then dropping away tamely is Fairy Gem. On now the run towards the final flight of hurdles. It's Lutine Bella just in front from Annie Magic in second place. They're quickly clear now from Mo Vidi, who's in third. Much will depend on the jump at the last. Lutine Bella over safely, slightly quicker than Annie Magic in second place. And on to the run in here. Lutine Bella in the hands of Paddy Brennan will run out a pretty impressive winner. Annie Magic.
Casalunga as they run up the straight with 2 to jump. Walk with Paul towards the inside in red. Towards the near side, Deeply Superficial. They jump it together. Ahead of Della Casalunga, third. Copper Nation took a crashing fall at the second last as they come to jump the final flight. Not much to choose between Deeply Superficial, stand side. On the inside is Walk with Paul, Della Casalunga and Scenic Look. But 100 yards to race and Deeply Superficial drawing on. In second spot is Walk with Paul, staying on well behind them, both Della Casalunga and Scenic Look. But holding on is Deeply Superficial, wins for Gordon Elliott and Aidan Kelly.
From the back, Braganza as well. Love Envoi leading the way over to this stand side, approaching the final flight on the far side. Impervious, followed by a horse with no name, and also running on Braganza. Nurse Susan into second on the near side, and then Grandgy from the back. Love Envoi is going to pick up in front, jumping the last. It was a good jump from a horse with no name. Then Nurse Susan. Grandgy still running on in the white jacket. Love Envoi kicking a length and a half, 2 lengths clear. And this smashing mare of Harry Fry's Johnny Burke for the Noel Feely Syndicate. Love Envoi wins from his...
The near side, Lagonda is in fourth. Fortuna Ligna, followed by Philippa Sue. Over on the far side, Energy One, and from a long way back is Ruby Island. They've jumped the final flight of hurdles, and now a long run in. I Love the Nightlife has claimed the near side rail and goes on with a furlong to go. I Love the Nightlife and Brendan Powell lead, now giving chase. Blue Beach into second. Great Snow is still there. They're clear of Fortuna Ligna and then Lagonda. They're racing inside the final 100 yards. I Love the Nightlife is out in front, and I Love the Nightlife wins. In second came Blue Beach, and it was close for...
In the wholesale gamble on Annie Magic, looked confident as well, who's got a great chance. Fourth for Mo Vidi, and then dropping away tamely is Fairy Gem. On now the run towards the final flight of hurdles. It's Lutine Bella just in front from Annie Magic in second place. They're quickly clear now from Mo Vidi, who's in third. Much will depend on the jump at the last. Lutine Bella over safely, slightly quicker than Annie Magic in second place. And on to the run in here. Lutine Bella in the hands of Paddy Brennan will run out a pretty impressive winner. Annie Magic.
Approaching our 240 then, 2 mile 4.5 for it. It's a Mares Novices Hurdle listed race and Deeply Superficial for Sean Byrne and Gordon Elliott, the one that heads the betting. 13 to 8. A horse with no name, 7 to 2. I Love the Nightlife, 4 to 1. 30 to 2 and Bigger the Rest. Deeply Superficial. They're back to winning ways at Limerick last time, looking to continue in that vein of form. Back up in grade. Let's head out to join David and Jonathan.
Thank you. So Nico de Boinville on a horse with no name, but not no form.
No, definitely not. Got the best piece of form. That's obviously the second at the festival last year. The latest 2 runs obviously need excusing, but she bled in one. The other, the ground was too soft in the repeat Cheltenham bid. I thought going up to 2.5 was a really good move for a horse who stays 2 miles thoroughly on the flat. So that was where I'm hoping, and so after the way it's going so far, it is only hoping.
We're only race 3.
I know.
Let's wait until at least race 5 before we abandon all hope. Lutine Bella has got potential and very good bumper form from last year.
Yeah, she's done perfectly well as a hurdler, hasn't she? She only came 4th in the Taunton listed event, but she's won either side of that.
She'll be lining up towards the front with Paddy Brennan. Sorry, John.
I wasn't mad about how Deeply Superficial went about winning at Limerick last time. It didn't look wholly convincing to me. She might well be better around here over a longer trip. I thought she'd probably have to show a bit more oomph than she did there.
I think there's not that much juice in her price now, 6 to 4.
No, definitely not.
Well, the flag is raised, starters ready, so is Ian Bartlett as we move on to the listed novice race 3.
Moving up then to the starting point, centre of the course they start here. 2.5 miles is the trip. They're off. They race away, a couple a little slower than the others, but they've all got away okay. As Lutine Bella in orange is the leader as they run down towards the first then of 10 flights. Deeply Superficial and a horse with no name give chase to her in second and third places as they clear the first. It's a pretty short run down to 4 with I Spy a Diva and I Love the Nightlife, the next couple of runners. Behind those is Spring Note, Zestful, and Lilting Verse was just the back marker over 2. Run round the turn at the far end of the course before they get to number 3. The orange of Lutine Bella showing out in front. Her lead a little over a length. Light blue colours of Deeply Superficial. The market leader running in second place. Maroon and black of a horse with no name. She's against the rail. Now the mount of Nico de Boinville shows in just in third place. With up the nose-banded I Spy a Diva, already the winner of the Best Turned Out Award, and between that pair is I Love the Nightlife in black and white as they jump 3. Then dark blue and orange for Spring Note. Zestful, winner of both of her races so far. Red Sleeves is ahead of Lilting Verse in the purple and white, and she's about 3 lengths behind and is the last of a field of 8 in this Catesby Estates Mares Novices. As it's now less than a length, the lead for Paddy Brennan on Lutine Bella. A light blue and orange for Sean Byrne on Deeply Superficial. And then I Spy a Diva, David Bass, towards the left with the noseband. A horse with no name, maroon and black colours, Nico de Boinville as they jump over 4, was just ahead of Brendan Powell on I Love the Nightlife in black and white colours. The dark blue and orange of Spring Note and Paul O'Brien is next. There's a 2-length gap to Brian Hughes on Zestful. White, red and dark blue colours. And there's about 2 lengths, which is a reduction for Lilting Verse and Connor Brace at the rear of the field. So they swing left-handed them, and they're running on now to numbers 5, 6 and 7, taken in a line running to the far side of the course. This stage less than 10 lengths first to last. Very few changes in the order. Lutine Bella having passed the starter in first place and maintains that position. Deeply Superficial has been close to her throughout, runs in second. I Spy a Diva close up to them in third position as they take number 5. And then I Love the Nightlife and a horse with no name who just precedes I Love the Nightlife now as they come towards number 6. Spring Note behind these, and then Zestful, and then Lilting Verse at the rear of the field. Jumping over that okay. Still Lutine Bella had the advantage. Deeply Superficial next. Here's 7. With those I Spy a Diva knocking it out of the ground there. The 4th and 5th horses, I Love the Nightlife and A Horse with No Name. Spring Note creeping closer, dark blue and orange, Zestful behind those. And then comes Lilting Verse. She continues to be the back marker. They're running up towards the top of the hill. They have 3 more obstacles to take. Lutein Bella in the orange, still the leader. Deeply Superficial moving along stylishly alongside her. Might almost be in front now, very narrowly though, as they come to the 3rd from the finish. I Spy a Diva's a length off him in 3rd, another length to A Horse with No Name. Then in behind those is I Love the Nightlife, Spring Note and Zestful together, and Lilting Verse at the rear of the field. Left-handed, a long run towards the winning post, only 2 more flights of hurdles to take. And Lutein Bella gone in again to a 2-length advantage. She's been slightly quicker and more adept at the last few hurdles than her nearest pursuer, the favourite, Deeply Superficial. The maroon jacket of A Horse with No Name is right in behind those on the left. I Spy a Diva's always been in a prominent position. They're beginning to cruise down the hill now. I Love the Nightlife behind those. Spring Notice next. This is the second last. Lutein Bella still over it in front. And being pulled up is 3 Deeply Superficial. 3 Deeply Superficial, the favourites pulled up after the second last. A Horse with No Name is in pursuit of Lutein Bella. I Spy a Diva behind those in 3rd. Zestful making progress. The red sleeves has come into 4th and closing well on the left. Spring Note in behind these. Then comes I Love the Nightlife. They move down to the final obstacle. A Horse with No Name comes through to take it up. Zestful against the rails challenging. I Spy a Diva noseband in between them. 3 in line at the last obstacle. A Horse with No Name took it stylishly though, landed by a length. I Spy a Diva in 2nd. Zestful in 3rd position. It's A Horse with No Name showing in front as they race to the line. Zestful trying to get to her, but A Horse with No Name returns to form and wins. Zestful, after a mistake at the last, was only 2nd. I Spy a Diva in 3rd, and pace-setting Lutein Bella in 4th.
A Horse with No Name has won her first race over hurdles. She was 2nd in the Dawn Run in 2022. She's put it all together today. Eventually she's had to work pretty hard to see off Zestful, who might have been interesting with a better jump at the final obstacle, but what a blinder she ran. And well, likewise I Spy a Diva in 3rd.
Well, she hasn't won it on her jumping, has she? Because she's clattered quite a lot of them on the way round, but she definitely got the trip, and I think enjoyed the trip, even if she's fairly flat out near the end. By now, the favourites pulled up rather sharply, and it looked like a matter of time before she picked up Lutein Bella, but then looked left, and there's I Spy a Diva and Zestful, both coming to deliver pretty menacing challenges.
Final obstacle.
Yeah, has got it right. Yeah, a beautifully timed effort from Brian Hughes. Had her switched off as best he could out the back. She's always keen, but he's delivered her beautifully. Career best from I Spy a Diva. Delighted that Kim Bailey, the trainer's here.
Yes, he's been in hospital.
He has. He's had his knee done, but he's here today, and she's run really well.
And going into this race, 8 runners, 5 of them had already got black type.
Yep.
2 of the ones that hadn't have finished 2nd and 3rd here, so there'll be a lot of very happy connections.
They will. They would have been happier still if they won, obviously, but given where she's come from in terms of her career, Zestful is turning out to be quite a useful hurdler. And as I say, I Spy a Diva's come on, has put up by far the best performance of her hurdling career.
Well, Martin Keithley, who trained the 2nd, he won this race 6 years ago with Grelaire Memento. Nicky Henderson has taken this in recent years with Dame de Company and last year with Theatre Glory, and today has done so with his daughter of Cacique, A Horse with No Name, denying the rallying Zestful and I Spy a Diva in 3rd. Our listed mare's novice has gone the way of A Horse with No Name.
Yeah, give you those starting prices upcoming. There's the winner, Horse with No Name, 7-2, Nico de Bourneville and Nicky Henderson.